Alaska, a land of towering mountains, glaciers, and crystal-clear waters, where wilderness stretches as far as the eye can see. From remote coastal towns to vast national parks, every corner reveals nature in its purest form. In this journey, we explore Alaska's hidden gems, mighty glaciers, rushing rivers, cascading waterfalls, and abundant wildlife. Watch as we follow salmon through pristine streams, eagles soar over rugged cliffs, and bears roam freely along icy shores. Each scene immerses you in the rhythm of this untamed land, from the serenity of snow-covered forests to the power of glaciers calving into the sea. Get ready to experience Alaska like never before, through its landscapes, its wildlife, and the unique stories they tell. Anchorage, Alaska's largest city, is where urban life meets the wilderness. Towering mountains frame the skyline, while the glimmering waters of Cook Inlet hint at the wild landscapes just beyond the city limits. Anchorage shines with rugged mountains, vast forests, and sparkling waters, blending wild beauty with city charm. An open Anchorage landscape, quiet greens, with Ship Creek winding gently through the empty space. Nature is never far away. Sea otters drift in the calm waters, while eagles soar overhead, surveying the tranquil scene. The Tony Knolls Coastal Trail winds along the shoreline, offering breathtaking views of the inlet and the Chugach Mountains. From high above, the city is a mosaic of streets, parks, and rivers that lead the eye to distant snow-capped peaks. Leaving Anchorage behind, the mountains rise sharply, reminding travelers that Alaska is a land defined by its wild spaces. From the city streets to untouched forests, every step is a journey into the heart of the last frontier. Taku Glacier, one of Alaska's largest and most impressive glaciers, stretches over 58 miles. Its icy blue expanse dominates the landscape, a frozen river carved by millennia of glacial movement. Close-up views reveal intricate ice formations, deep crevices, and towering seracs. The sun illuminates the glacier's surface, making shades of turquoise and sapphire shimmer against the stark white ice. The glacier is never silent. Ice groans as it shifts, Chunks tumble into the water with thunderous splashes, and distant avalanches echo through the surrounding mountains. Canoeing on the Taku River is pure adventure, gliding past glaciers, forests, and salmon streams, with mountains rising high and the wild beauty of Alaska unfolding all around you. Each crack and fissure tells the story of slow, unstoppable movement through the rugged Alaskan terrain. Towering peaks rise around Taku Glacier, their snow-covered summits mirrored in glacial meltwater. Forests fringe the icy river, where deer, squirrels, and ducks sometimes appear, bridging the gap between frozen ice and thriving wildlife. In summer, sunlight enhances the glacier's blue hues and reveals patterns carved over centuries. Tongass National Forest is North America's largest national forest, a vast expanse of temperate rainforest stretching over 16 million acres. The forest meets the sea in dramatic fjords carved by glaciers millennia ago. Mist rises from calm waters, reflecting jagged cliffs and dense forest along the shore. Travelers here discover solitude unlike anywhere else. Canoeing along secluded channels, hiking through mossy trails, or simply listening to the whisper of the wind through the trees, Tongass invites every visitor to slow down and feel the pulse of the wilderness. Tongass is alive with wildlife. Black bears roam the forest edges, while deer cautiously navigate the undergrowth. Along quiet rivers and ponds, ducks float gracefully, and squirrels scamper through the trees, adding life and movement to the lush green landscape. Bald eagles perch above, watching salmon navigate the streams below, a living testament to the interconnectedness of land and water. Towering Sitka spruce and western hemlock create a green canopy, while moss-draped trees hint at centuries of untouched growth. Here, the wilderness feels infinite, each path leading deeper into Alaska's serene heart. Leaving the dense forests behind, the landscape shifts toward towering peaks and glaciers, each scene a reminder that Alaska's beauty is both boundless and ever-changing. Welcome to Denali National Park and Preserve, a vast wilderness spanning over 6 million acres in the heart of Alaska. Here, the land is as untamed as it is awe-inspiring. At its center stands Denali, North America's tallest peak, rising 20,310 feet into the sky. This is a place where solitude reigns, and nature's grandeur unfolds at every turn. Access to this remote paradise is limited, with just one road winding through the park. The Denali Park Road stretches 92 miles, offering a rare glimpse into the heart of the wilderness. The park's diverse ecosystems support a rich tapestry of plant life. From the lowland spruce forests to the alpine tundra, over 450 species of flowering plants bloom in the summer months. Denali is a sanctuary for wildlife. Over 39 mammal species, 169 bird species, and 14 fish species call this park home. Majestic grizzly and black bears roam the forests and tundra. For those seeking adventure, Denali offers unparalleled opportunities. Whether it's hiking the rugged trails, embarking on a wildlife viewing tour, or attempting the challenging ascent of Mount Denali itself, the park caters to all levels of exploration. Wolves, caribou, and moose traverse the expansive landscapes. Dall sheep navigate the rugged mountain slopes, and golden eagles soar high above, surveying the land below. Each season brings its own magic to Denali. In summer, the landscape bursts with color as wildflowers blanket the valleys. Autumn paints the tundra in hues of red and gold. Winter cloaks the park in a serene blanket of snow, transforming it into a quiet, frozen wonderland. And spring breathes new life into the land as animals emerge from hibernation and the first buds appear. Denali National Park and Preserve is more than just a destination. It's an experience. It's a place where the land tells its story through towering peaks, vast tundra, and abundant wildlife. It's a reminder of the wild beauty that still exists in our world, waiting to be explored. On Alaska's remote southern coast lies Katmai National Park and Preserve, a vast wilderness of mountains, rivers, and volcanic landscapes. Known for its brown bears and explosive geological past, Katmai is both wild sanctuary and living laboratory. Katmai's wilderness supports more than bears. Moose wander through willow thickets, deer graze in open meadows, and squirrels dart among spruce forests. Perhaps nowhere in Alaska is as iconic as Brooks Falls. Here, brown bears gather by the dozens to fish for leaping salmon. The sight of these massive animals balancing on rocks, waiting for the perfect catch, is a timeless image of Alaska's wild power. Brown bears at Katmai are masters of their environment. Massive yet agile, they roam riversides and forests, marking territories and searching for food. At Brooks Falls, bears demonstrate remarkable skill. Some wait on the rocks, swiping fish mid-leap with lightning-fast reflexes. Others wade into the icy waters, using paws and jaws to scoop salmon from the river. To stand in Katmai is to witness Alaska in its purest form, a land where volcanoes once roared, where salmon fight for survival, and where bears reign supreme. It is wild, untamed, and unforgettable, the very essence of Alaska. Perched along Alaska's Inside Passage, Ketchikan is often the first glimpse visitors have of the state when arriving by sea. Known as the salmon capital of the world, this colorful waterfront town is rich in native heritage, maritime history, and the rugged charm of coastal Alaska. This region is home to the Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian peoples, and Ketchikan proudly preserves their traditions. Totem poles, carved with intricate stories and symbols, stand in parks and cultural centers, offering visitors a connection to the area's deep indigenous roots. Ketchikan's waterfront is a vibrant mix of fishing boats, seaplanes, and wooden boardwalks lined with brightly painted buildings. Creek Street, once the town's historic red light district, now bustles with shops, galleries, and cafes, all set against the backdrop of lush, forested hills. In summer, salmon surge upstream through Ketchikan's creeks, attracting fishermen, bears, and bald eagles alike. The town's fishing heritage runs deep, with commercial boats unloading their catch at the docks and local restaurants serving some of the freshest seafood in Alaska. Visitors can explore by kayak, hike coastal trails, or take sightseeing tours over Misty Fjords National Monument, where sheer cliffs rise from deep blue fjords. Whether on land, water, or in the air, Ketchikan delivers scenery that feels untouched and timeless. Just beyond town lies the Tongass National Forest, the largest temperate rainforest in the world. Ketchikan is surrounded by dense temperate rainforests, where moss-draped trees, ferns, and towering evergreens create a vibrant, green world teeming with life. Rivers, creeks, and inlets weave through the landscape, home to salmon, eagles, and seals, reflecting the harmony of water and wildlife in Alaska's coastal environment. Snow-capped peaks rise above the town, offering breathtaking views, while misty valleys and hidden coves reveal the raw, untouched beauty of the region. The rugged coastline and scattered islands are dotted with tide pools and beaches, where seabirds soar and the ever-changing light paints the wild scenery. Ketchikan is a gateway to Alaska's coastal wonders, a place where cultural heritage meets wild landscapes, and where every tide, trail, and totem tells part of Alaska's enduring story. On Alaska's rugged southern coast, Kenai Fjords National Park is where mountains, glaciers, and ocean meet in dramatic fashion. Covering over 600 square miles, this park is a sanctuary of ice, wildlife, and untamed beauty, a living window into the power of nature. Glaciers such as Exit Glacier descend toward sea level, slow rivers of ice that grind and sculpt the rock beneath them. In the fjords, tidewater glaciers crack and roar as they calve into the ocean, sending icebergs drifting into deep blue waters. At the heart of the park lies the Harding Icefield, a massive sheet of ice stretching more than 700 square miles. From it, dozens of glaciers flow down through valleys, carving fjords and shaping the land. Standing before it feels like looking back into the Ice Age. Sheer cliffs rise from the sea, their faces streaked with waterfalls and framed by forest. Narrow fjords stretch inland, their waters reflecting the surrounding peaks. Every bend in the coastline reveals another hidden cove, another breathtaking panorama. Boats rest at Kenai's docks and marinas, lined along calm waters, ready for adventures through rivers and coastal channels. Kenai offers hikers endless trails through forests, along rivers, and up mountains, where every step reveals glaciers, wildlife, and breathtaking panoramas. Visitors can explore rivers, lakes, and coastal areas, experiencing kayaking, wildlife watching, and the rugged beauty of Alaska up close. A young moose calf wanders through the forest, its soft steps and curious eyes capturing the wild, gentle side of Alaska. Birds swim gracefully in Kenai's rivers and lakes, while ducks paddle and dive, adding motion and color to the tranquil waters. Summer brings endless daylight, wildflowers blooming along trails, and waters alive with migrating whales. Winter, by contrast, cloaks the park in snow and silence, its glaciers stretching out in frozen stillness under the northern sky. Kenai Fjords National Park is a world of contrasts: ice and ocean, silence and thunder, timeless beauty, and constant change. It captures the wild spirit of Alaska in every crashing wave, every calving glacier, and every soaring peak. Mendenhall Glacier stretches over 13 miles through the Tongass National Forest near Juneau, Alaska. One of the most accessible glaciers in the state, it draws visitors year-round to witness ice, water, and forest merging in breathtaking harmony. Winter trails offer quiet snowshoe adventures, where every crunch of snow underfoot emphasizes the serenity of the frozen landscape. In winter, Mendenhall Glacier is cloaked in pristine snow, transforming the landscape into a sparkling white wonderland. Winter transforms Mendenhall into a quiet, crystalline world. Snow blankets the forest and the glacier itself, muting the sounds of rushing water. In summer, the glacier's face is a brilliant blue, framed by lush green forests. Trails are clear, making it easy to explore waterfalls, viewing decks, and the surrounding temperate rainforest. Meltwater streams gush from ice caves, feeding the rushing Mendenhall River. Salmon return to spawn, attracting eagles, ducks, and even the occasional bear along the banks. Mendenhall Glacier is more than a natural wonder, it is a testament to Alaska's changing seasons, a place where ice and forest, life and stillness coexist. Whether basking in summer's vibrant greens or marveling at winter's crystal silence, visitors are reminded of nature's enduring beauty and power. Off Alaska's southern coast lies Kodiac Island, the second largest island in the United States. Known for its rugged coastlines, vast forests, and thriving wildlife, Kodiak is often called the Emerald Isle of Alaska, a place where ocean, mountains, and wilderness meet in breathtaking harmony. Visitors can hike through alpine trails, kayak along sheltered coves, or explore the island's many rivers and lakes. In summer, the ermine wears a brown coat, darting quickly through grass and brush, always alert and curious. High above Kenai's rivers and forests, the bald eagle soars with wide wings, a symbol of strength and freedom. Perched on tall trees, the eagle watches below, diving with sharp precision to catch salmon from the water. On rocky shores, sea lions gather in noisy groups, basking in the sun and filling the air with their calls. In the cold Pacific waters, sea lions dive and glide with power and grace, hunting fish and playing in the surf. Young sea lions splash and chase each other through the surf, their playful energy filling Kodiak's coastal waters. Kodiak is famous for the Kodiak brown bear, one of the largest bear species in the world. These giants roam the island's forests and riverbanks, often fishing for salmon in swift-moving streams. Hatcher Pass, nestled in the Talkeetna Mountains of Alaska, is a high mountain corridor rich with history and natural beauty. Once a gold mining hub, today it's a sanctuary for hikers, bikers, and adventurers, offering expansive vistas of snow-capped peaks, rolling valleys, and wildflower-filled meadows. The pass is steeped in history. Gold mining in the early 20th century transformed the area, leaving behind old mines and remnants of mining towns. Walking these trails, visitors can still imagine the miners who braved harsh winters and rugged terrain in search of fortune. From the winding roads and hiking trails, every turn reveals breathtaking scenery. In winter, the landscape is transformed into a snowy playground, perfect for backcountry skiing and snowshoeing. Outdoor enthusiasts find endless opportunities here. Trails range from gentle walks to challenging climbs. Mountain biking, photography, and wildlife observation are popular, and each visit promises a connection with Alaska's pristine wilderness. Valdez, often called the Little Switzerland of Alaska, is a port town surrounded by snow-capped peaks and deep fjords. Nestled at the head of a fjord in Prince William Sound, it is both a gateway to adventure and a place where mountains meet the sea in spectacular harmony. Valdez Harbor bustles with fishing boats, tour vessels, and kayaks. Seabirds circle overhead while locals and travelers stroll the docks. The town itself is small and welcoming, with a mix of seafood restaurants, history museums, and shops that reflect both maritime traditions and frontier resilience. Valdez has a remarkable history. It was relocated after the 1964 Good Friday earthquake and later became a central hub for the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. The rivers and streams around Valdez are some of the clearest waters in Alaska, where every pebble on the riverbed seems visible beneath the flowing current. During salmon runs, these waterways become alive with movement. Just outside Valdez lies Keystone Canyon, where massive waterfalls tumble from towering cliffs. Bridal Veil Falls and Horsetail Falls are especially striking, cascading with incredible force during spring melt. Valdez is more than a town, it is an experience, a place where icy waters meet rugged peaks, where wildlife and people share the land, and where history and nature come together. To stand in Valdez is to see Alaska's wild beauty condensed into one unforgettable place. Nestled at the confluence of three rivers, Talkeetna is a small town with big charm. Just over 100 miles north of Anchorage, it feels like a gateway to the wild, a place where frontier history, quirky culture, and wilderness adventures meet. Talkeetna is known for its rustic wooden buildings, art galleries, and lively cafes. Its main street feels like stepping into an earlier Alaska, with locals and travelers mingling in an atmosphere that's both laid back and full of energy. The town embraces its eccentricity, with festivals and traditions that are uniquely Talkeetna. From Talkeetna, climbers from around the world begin their expeditions to Denali, North America's tallest peak. Flight-seeing tours lift off from the small airstrip, circling snow-capped ridges and glaciers, before giving passengers a close view of the mountain's towering summit. The Susitna, Chulitna, and Talkeetna rivers meet here, creating a landscape of braided channels and sweeping views. On clear days, Denali rises on the horizon, a distant giant presiding over the surrounding wilderness. Talkeetna may be small in size, but it's rich in character, a crossroads of wilderness and culture, where the soul of Alaska reveals itself in both its people and its landscapes. Juneau, Alaska's capital city, is unlike any other in the United States. Surrounded by towering mountains, glaciers, and the vast Inside Passage, it is a city you can't reach by road, only by air or sea. This isolation has preserved its frontier charm, while giving it a setting of unmatched beauty. Juneau is cradled between the Gastineau Channel and steep forested slopes. Colorful houses climb the hillsides, fishing boats fill the harbor, and bald eagles soar overhead. The blend of urban life and wilderness is visible at every turn. Founded during the gold rush of the 1880s, Juneau quickly grew from a mining camp to a thriving town. Juneau is a paradise for wildlife watchers. Black bears gather along salmon streams, patiently waiting as the fish leap and splash through the water. Deep in the rainforest, black bears move quietly among mossy trees, a powerful yet gentle presence in the wild. From Juneau, adventure is always close. Trails like the Mount Roberts Tramway climb high above the city, offering sweeping views of the channel and mountains. Winter blankets Juneau in deep snow, covering forests, mountains, and valleys with a quiet, dazzling white glow. In winter, Juneau's nights sparkle with northern lights, painting the sky in shifting colors above the snowy peaks. From above, forests, glaciers, and winding waterways reveal a landscape where nature and community live side by side. Juneau is more than scenery. It is a place of history, adventure, and endless connection to Alaska's wild heart. It is a meeting place of history, culture, and nature, a city where the past whispers through old gold mines, where modern life thrives in a remote frontier, and where the wilderness begins right at your doorstep. On the forested coast of Baranof Island, surrounded by the Pacific Ocean and backed by rugged mountains, lies Sitka, a city where cultures, histories, and landscapes meet. Once the capital of Russian America, Sitka is today a unique blend of Alaskan wilderness and diverse heritage. Sitka faces the open waters of the Gulf of Alaska, its harbor dotted with fishing boats and framed by volcanic peaks. Offshore, small islands rise from the sea, while towering spruce and hemlock forests hug the shoreline, giving Sitka a setting of both beauty and remoteness. For thousands of years, this land has been home to the Tlingit people. Their traditions, art, and stories remain a vital part of Sitka's identity. Totem poles stand proudly in parks and cultural centers, carrying the history and legends of the community. In the late 1700s, Russian explorers and traders arrived, making Sitka the capital of Russian America. In 1867, the Russian flag was lowered in Sitka, and the American flag raised, marking Alaska's purchase by the United States. Among Sitka's treasures is its National Historical Park, where trails wind through towering spruce trees and totem poles line the paths. Each carving tells a story, blending natural beauty with cultural meaning. Sitka is surrounded by lush coastal forests, where towering evergreens and moss-draped trees thrive in the misty air. Along Sitka's rocky shores, waves lap gently while seals and seabirds move gracefully through the water. Misty valleys cradle dense evergreens, where eagles soar, and the forest hums with life. Sitka is more than a town, it is a crossroads of history and nature. Russian domes, Tlingit traditions, and American heritage all meet here, framed by breathtaking coastal scenery. In the heart of Alaska's interior lies Fairbanks, a city shaped by extremes of climate, culture, and wilderness. Known as the Golden Heart of Alaska, It is a hub where frontier spirit and modern life meet against the backdrop of untamed landscapes. Fairbanks is defined by its seasons. In summer, daylight stretches nearly 24 hours, filling the city with endless energy. In winter, darkness descends, and the aurora borealis paints the skies with glowing ribbons of green and purple. The city's story began in 1902, when Felix Pedro struck gold nearby. The discovery brought prospectors, merchants, and adventurers, transforming the wilderness into a bustling frontier town. Echoes of this history remain in preserved buildings and gold dredge relics across the region. Fairbanks stands as the northern hub of Alaska. From here, the Dalton Highway stretches toward the Arctic Circle, and the Alaska Railroad links the interior to Anchorage and beyond. The Kenai River winds through the city, its waters lined with walking paths, boats, and parks. In summer, locals fish or paddle its calm channels. In winter, the frozen river becomes a place for skating and dog sledding, reflecting Fairbanks' close ties to its environment. Fairbanks is blanketed in deep snow, turning streets and forests into a sparkling winter wonderland. Trees stand heavy with frost, their branches sparkling in the cold, crisp air. The sun barely rises, casting long shadows over quiet streets and frosty forests. Frost coats rooftops and car windows, sparkling when the weak winter sun breaks through clouds. Sandhill cranes stride through marshes, their long legs and calls adding life to the wetlands. Canada geese fly in V-shaped formations, honking across rivers and open skies during migration. Two bull moose clash in the forest, their antlers locked as they spar for dominance. Fairbanks is more than a northern city, it is a reflection of Alaska's endurance and beauty. From its gold rush past to its glowing northern lights, it captures both the grit of survival and the wonder of the wilderness. Nestled at the head of Resurrection Bay, Seward is a small Alaskan town with a grand reputation. Surrounded by mountains, glaciers, and rich marine waters, it is both a working harbor and a gateway to some of Alaska's most spectacular wilderness. Seward's story began as a deep water port for the Alaska Railroad. From here, supplies traveled north to Anchorage and Fairbanks. Even today, the port remains vital, filled with fishing boats, ferries, and cruise ships that bring visitors to Alaska's rugged coast. Resurrection Bay stretches out from Seward, its deep blue waters surrounded by cliffs and fjords. Sea lions bask on rocky shores, otters float in the kelp beds, and bald eagles soar above the harbor. Just beyond Seward lies Kenai National Park, a land where ice meets ocean. Towering glaciers descend from the Harding ice field, calving into fjords with thunderous splashes. One of the park's most accessible wonders is Exit Glacier. Trails lead hikers close to the shimmering ice, where deep blues and sharp crevices reveal the glacier's ancient, frozen core. Interpretive signs mark how far the ice has retreated, a visible reminder of a changing climate. Each 4th of July, Seward hosts the legendary Mount Marathon race. Runners dash up the steep, rocky slopes towering over the town, then tumble back down in a display of endurance and grit. Seward is more than a port, it is a meeting place of land, sea, and ice. With glaciers at its doorstep, whales in its waters, and mountains rising above, Seward reflects the very essence of Alaska: wild, enduring, and breathtakingly beautiful. Deep within the Alexander Archipelago lies Baranof Island, a rugged wilderness surrounded by cold Pacific waters. With steep mountains, hidden fjords, and dense forests, the island remains one of Alaska's most pristine and untouched places. Baranof is part of Alaska's temperate rainforest. Towering Sitka spruce and western hemlock cover the steep slopes, nourished by abundant rainfall. Mist drifts through the valleys, and waterfalls tumble down sheer cliffs into the sea. Baranof Island takes its name from Alexander Baranov, a Russian trader who established Sitka as the capital of Russian America in the late 1700s. But long before his arrival, the Tlingit people called this island home, their culture rooted in the forests, rivers, and coastal waters. Few people live on Baranof, and those who do are surrounded by wild beauty. Small settlements and fishing cabins dot the coastline, connected more by water than by road. Baranof Island is a place where history, culture, and wilderness intertwine. From steaming hot springs to towering rainforests, from Tlingit heritage to Russian legacy, it remains a reminder of Alaska's enduring frontier, untamed, mysterious, and unforgettable. As our journey through Alaska comes to a close, the sights, sounds, and stories linger. We've walked along crystal-clear rivers, watched glaciers sculpt the land, and witnessed wildlife thriving in untouched wilderness. The mountains, waterfalls, and fjords remind us of the beauty and resilience of this incredible land. Even as we return to towns and harbors bustling with life, the spirit of Alaska wild, vast, and timeless remains with us. Thank you for joining this adventure. Let these scenes inspire your own journey into the heart of nature, wherever it may lead.